Welcome to the Mediocre to Magnificent podcast. I'm your co-host, Braxton Matson, and your host, Lee A. Williams, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in because you are what makes this pure magnificence. You are the ripple effect of magnificence, and we are going to bring you a message that will give you insight, inspire you, motivate you, and challenge you to not only grow in your magnificence, but let you know that you are magnificent in everything you do. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. We're here, man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Magnificent.
I'm
How are you?
magnificent too, man. I'm
You
magnificent.
better be. You better be.
But man, so a few episodes ago we talked about Abraham, right?
Yeah.
And there was, I don't know if it was a podcast or like something I was reading, and there was this comment or this like saying, "Stuck in Haran."
Mm.
Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard that comment?
Not to the capacity you're saying.
Yeah. So it's like I got to think. I was like, well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And what we're getting at is like, what does that mean? What does the saying mean? And it's really Haran. It's not like a rebellion, but it's
Yeah.
more like a partial obedience.
Partial obedience.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the way it went is like in Genesis, or not in Genesis. What happens is Abraham is called to leave Ur of the Chaldean, right,
Mm-hmm.
to go to Canaan. Well, on the way there, they stop at Haran, and they stay there for a pretty good bit. Like it wasn't a long time, but it was like
Long enough.
it was a pause. It was a pause.
Right.
And so that's kind of where the saying comes from. It's like, well, instead of just going straight to Canaan, like instead of going all the way in, it was just okay. We'll just go partially.
Just stop right here.
We'll just stop right here. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. So it's like, okay, stuck in Haran.
Some people didn't make it out, huh?
Right. Some people didn't make it out. And so it represents like the way we obey God halfway or delay obedience, settle for comfort, get distracted. We stay where it feels safe, right?
Where it feels
safe.
safe.
Like you're comfortable. You're there. It's like, this is good. I'm good right here.
I'm good.
I'm good right here.
How does that happen?
And it's like that's what it is. And so how did he get stuck? Like how, like with that, because he did leave.
He did leave.
Abraham did leave.
Yeah, thank you, he left.
And so like,
But some people got stuck.
some people got stuck. And in Genesis 11:31, it says, "And Terah took Abram his son and Lot, the son of Haran, his son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, Abram's wife, and they went forth from Ur of the Chaldeans into the land of Canaan, to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran." So he didn't make it.
He didn't make it up
to Canaan. And so I was like, if you read it, it's like, okay, because it's like one of those things where it's, and he died.
Oh,
you know what I
we
mean? You know
did
what I'm
that.
talking about?
We did that. Hey,
And it's like if you don't catch it, it's like okay. And then like
and you reading in
I
Genesis
was
too,
reading in Genesis.
right?
If you go to and it's a little controversial, but I do think you need to read the book of Jasher
You did read Jasher.
because there's things in there that are very interesting and it makes you kind of think more about like this subtle text of like because
It tells you more of the story. Fills
right,
in
it
some of
does
the
it's like
backstory.
a backstory. It's like a
Yeah,
backstory to all the Genesis basically is
right.
what it is.
You need that.
And it's really good because it's like wow, so that's what happened and that's why there was a delay in the pause, right? And so it was like why did he get stuck? Why are we stuck? Is it comfort? Is it fear? Familiarity?
Familiar.
You know what I mean? Because like when they were in Earth, idol worshiping, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the story with Tarak, he basically the reason why he got stuck, plain and simple, is once you read Jasher, you'll know that he didn't want to give up his idols, man.
Right. Like he
And
didn't
then,
want to.
and then it's so interesting that the even if you know, because sometimes you could stay stuck in Haran, right? Haran, isn't he the one that didn't make it, got
And Haran was the one that didn't make it.
and got burned in the furnace?
Yeah, he did. Because if you look back, even in Genesis, it tells you he had a son Haran.
Right.
But Haran doesn't make it out of Ur.
He doesn't make it. So you have to read more to be able to even understand why did Abraham have to take his nephew Lot? Like where did that come from?
Right.
Because Haran didn't even make it. So you have to be able to ask yourself, well, why he didn't make it, and then to allude to what you're talking about as far as saying, so there's a person Haran that didn't make it. There's a
Right.
place Haran that they are stuck in, so to
Right.
speak. But if you say fear or complacency or comfort or whatever, it could be tied back to sin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I put a scripture down that I think it always will apply. So I don't even not even gonna say like, well, I don't know if it applies to this. I think it always applies.
Right.
So that I was willing to put it down, but it says, "If ye love me, guard my commandments," and that's John 14:15.
Uh-huh.
Now the reason why I even say that there is because if you told your child, and we could create they're 16, just got their license, they got a car,
Right.
fairly new driving,
Yeah.
you tell them to go to the grocery store,
Right.
pick up some milk,
I
some
mean, I'm
eggs.
telling you, we've got like Mackenzie,
Right. She's
she's
that.
16. She does her own thing,
Right.
like for real. But man,
Right.
like the door's open when that happens.
So what happens if you tell them, say, go to the store, get some, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I know the store's right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
I
Why
know.
is it taking so long?
Right. Let me call. It was like, oh well, I drove to the mall. I was
Oh,
gonna
you
stop.
took a detour.
I was gonna stop back by. So then you're like, okay. And I always say stuff like
Uh-huh.
that to get it
Yeah.
because he said goes to where?
Canaan.
Canaan.
It is anywhere else.
he didn't say. He didn't say stop off in Haran.
Right.
He didn't say that.
Right.
He said go to Canaan. Now, some people can be like, well, how many days journey? He had to
Well, yeah,
stop.
you're gonna have
He
to
had to
stop. I
rest.
get it,
He
but
had to. But
how long
right,
was that?
right.
Yeah.
That's the kicker to
Right.
say. So all the extra stuff that comes with, if to just make the example even better, Sodom and Gomorrah is because
Oh
you had
man.
no business being there.
Right.
I
You
told
had
you to
no
go to
business.
Canaan.
Yeah. True.
So that's why I said, if you love me, guard my commandments. Now, the commandments, you're thinking like, okay, well, we gotta, at this time, these ain't even been
Uh-huh.
established. They ain't wrote down.
Uh-huh.
But that's not why Abraham gets the juice that he gets when it
Right.
comes to the kingdom.
Right.
Because he's been righteous from the jump.
Her.
He's been following what Yah
Yeah.
said to do from
From
the
the jump.
jump.
From the jump. That's crazy, man. But I mean, yeah, so that's like Haram was it was comfortable, safe. a logical place, but not God's destination.
Right. The mall is not his destination. I told you to go to the store. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Right. It's not where we told you to go. And that's, like we feel like it's wise. Like, oh yeah, we could just, because here was the thing about Haran. It was nice. Like as far as like a trade route
Yeah, it was
area and all,
established. It was
like it was
established.
established. It was like, man, they got everything here. It almost feels like
That's the truth. See, but that's so great that you said that. The reason why it's so great that you said that is because I was talking to my mom about it. But this applies. They've been running the same play
Yeah.
since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All we have to do is make them comfortable,
That's it.
entertain them, and
That's
feed
it.
them,
They're good.
and they won't know what's going on.
They're good.
They won't make it to Canaan.
Yeah,
They
and
won't
that's
make it
where
to the promise.
we feel like, oh man, this is a wise place, but it delays what? Obedience.
It delays obedience.
Okay. So what's the danger then? So if we stay in Haran, what is the danger to this? And I'm pretty sure everybody probably knows what it turns down into, but it's like nothing grows in Haran.
Mm.
Like it's already there. You're not growing.
Right.
There was no altars built.
Mm.
There was no promises that were activated. Like if you read through the story, there was no promises activated when they were in Haran.
No.
And there was no covenant revealed when he was in Haran.
No.
So it was like there was nothing really there for growth in Haran.
Right. So look at this. I think this fits. Then Kepha, that's Peter, by the way, and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey Elohim rather than men."
Yeah.
That's Acts 5:29.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean that sums it up pretty. Not summing
yeah.
up to say we're done, but it's saying like Haran, you're doing the worldly thing. You're doing the
Right.
man thing.
Yeah. And when you read into it, I mean I'm telling you, you read Genesis, it's subtle. But when you go into Yasher and read some of it, it gets deep. It's in your face, and it's like, wow. And it's like, okay.
It's like, hey man. Because people don't know that Abraham was in the furnace. Man.
That's what got me when I read it.
Yeah. Like Abraham
and
was
I was like,
furnace.
Wow.
Everybody wants to talk about the 3 Hebrew boys. Everybody knows their Babylonian name. People know about Daniel in the lion's den. And it's not to discount. I'm not using that tonality
it's not discounting
to
it
take
at all.
away from those stories. Those stories are still those stories. But if we say, hey, I'm going to make you father of many nations, and then you're like, and you read Jasher and say like, oh, this is someone that I could.
Father of many nations. Man.
I could be like, it's not like, oh, well, I just had. It's like, no, man, he's been about from the beginning, or like in our life, he's been about that life since. And it's like it gives you a little bit of like, man, reverence. More reverence is a good word to say.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, I can rock with.
Yeah.
Abraham. I mean, how many people got their name changed?
Yeah.
If you want to just go that version.
Right.
I mean, we're all supposed to.
Yeah, that's what's so good about it. Because like in Genesis 12, like this is where it says, now the Lord. This was when Terah passed. So you go into Genesis 12 and he goes, now the Lord had said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great. And thou shalt be a blessing, and I will bless them that blesses thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abraham departed, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abraham was 75 years old when he had departed Haran. So it was like when God said something, he jumped.
Yes.
Like, it's like,
You gonna be ready to move, bro?
and that's the thing. It's like the delayed obedience is delayed blessings. You know?
You might miss it. You might miss the blessing.
Right. Exactly. And like this, like, so now it's like, well, what are the signs of you being stuck in Haran? Like, what would be the signs?
I mean, could you imagine? What? Look at this scripture I got. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Mm-hmm.
That's James 1:22. The reason why I thought that fits is because could you imagine it's like, oh yeah, well, he told us. And he's like, no, but we're doing everything. We following the commandments. We eat this way. We keep the Sabbath. We
Right.
know His name. Whatever.
Yeah.
I do all those, and it's like He said, pack it up.
Yeah, like if he literally said, let's back it up, you gotta go.
He said, pack it up, bro.
And then it's like, well, we're following this. It's like, he's the one who told you to do that. Like, wouldn't you like do the next thing he tells you to do?
Yeah, that outranks it. Man. That supersedes it. He said, back it up.
Yeah, because it's like, God told you to move, change, obey, forgive, serve, but you haven't. Like, you haven't done that stuff.
You haven't done it. I think that's where the fine line
Yeah.
is. That's why people are stuck. Excuse me. Because if you're like, man, honestly, it's like they pick and choose, man.
That's
People
what it
pick and
is.
choose. The
What
same
feels
way.
comfortable?
Oh, I think we recorded one. It's like the young rich ruler.
Yep.
We recorded one. He's like, he said, okay, well, okay, you're only the second Sabbath believer, so we're still in the pick and choose. We're like, well, I'm doing all
And
that. He said, pack it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's why I said, if you love me, guard my commandments. And the thing is, I think commandments could be like, I told you to do this. Like everybody understands a command when it's like, oh, law enforcement or military.
Right.
So it's like, oh, well, you just have this list. As long as I'm going by this list, I'm good. What? He said pack it up.
It's
That's a literal
you're
like
putting
a
the
command
text.
can come tomorrow and say, hey, I got a command for you that you need to follow. The same way, like, hey, take your son and go
Right.
be an offering.
Uh-huh.
You gotta follow the command.
Yeah. That's true. And I mean, I think that's like, you could feel another way it may feel like you're stuck in Iran. It's like you're spiritually stagnant.
Spiritually stagnant. That's
You're more comfortable than convicted.
more comfortable than convicted.
Like, I feel that's a good one, because it's like people go through their day-to-day thing, and it's like you don't feel no conviction.
How do we convict people to a higher level?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope every time this podcast plays, somebody listens to it, they're like, yeah, it might be time to get it together. I need to pack it up.
I mean, honestly, it's a daily thing, man. It's like, it should be a daily thing.
It's a daily
It should be a daily thing.
But I'm asking you, why isn't it?
Comfortability. You want to
Or
pick and choose. Yeah.
Let me read this, man. And Samuel said, has Yahuwah as great delight in ascending smoke offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of Yahuwah? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
Yeah.
1 Samuel 15:22. So I read that. I thought it fit because people think that they're making a sacrifice. So I know you're talking about, oh, the fat of rams, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But people will literally think like, well, I'm sacrificing not eating because, or I'm sacrificing by not going to the game or I don't do Saturday anymore because he's told me it was a Sabbath. And he's pointing back, like saying, hey, I don't need your sacrifice. I need your obedience.
Yeah. Right.
I told you to pack it up.
Right.
We're using the word Haran. Just transmute it, replace it, fill in the blank. You're stuck in the world.
Yeah.
You're stuck in sin. You're stuck in disobedience.
Right. I mean, and that's what Haran is.
That's what it is. A
That is
representation of
exactly
it
what
is.
it is, and that's.
You're like, well, I sacrifice. I don't do. I don't listen to. I don't watch.
And it's like in order like to the process of getting out of Haran is like you've got to get rid of like the old way. Because I felt like with Abraham and his father, the idol thing had to go, right?
You read that.
I did.
You
And
liked
I was like, man,
You saw what he did.
yeah. Yeah, I did. And it was like the idol thing had to go. And so it's like you had to leave the old to gain the new.
Right.
And that you have to be in that place to be understand like you got to cut ties with that stuff.
Period.
Period. Like it's just off the table.
And
No.
the reason why we're not literally saying it is because we want you to be intrigued, and we want you, because we can get on here and tell you the story.
Yeah.
But what's the difference of if you were to go read it for yourself?
Right.
And whatever he has for you, he has for you. Like, if you feel convicted to read it, you need to read it. Remember? But that's where, because people know. People know.
Mm-hmm.
My young nephew, we were at a baptism. And we're talking young nephew, under 10, right?
Right.
type
Yeah.
deal. But anyway, don't hold me to the exact age. At a baptism, person gets baptized. When we're celebrating them after that, it's like, oh, well, you can't curse no more. Out of the mouth of babes. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Return ye little children. Like, so I'm saying that version to say, like, people know. They know. Now, there might be some lack of exposure, but for the most part, it's in us, and the world and sin and Haran endeavors to put it out of us, to make it disappear. But we know, man.
Yeah.
But then we want to play games. We want to be comfortable over conviction. So then we won't read something like this because it's gonna agree with everything in us
Right.
and be like, oh man. Because they say once you know better, you do better. But that's not always the case.
Right.
I think the true case is now you've read it for yourself. So the ownership has increased and the responsibility has increased. And now it can't be ignorance.
Right.
Be like,
And that's
I
the
didn't
thing.
know. It's like, firsthand. Firsthand. And now you just be a disobedient.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. So it's like, so that's what Haran is. So how do you get out of Haran? How do you leave Haran?
You got something for us, man. Tell us, man. How do we get out
And
of Haran?
you know, what does it require? Immediate obedience.
Immediate. That's
Like it's immediate obedience. And I like this one. It was trust over logic.
Oh yeah,
I'm a logic guy.
You have to like that one.
I'm a logic guy. But it's like there are some things where it's like you gotta trust the process, man.
Trust me, man.
You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process. And then it's faith over fear. So like everything, like your fear, like, and some of the stuff you're fearful of really ain't that big of a deal compared to what you'd really need to be concerned about. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's movement over clarity.
Movement over what?
Clarity.
So
there's another one. People want to have the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I need to know every step.
We got to have the list. We got to have like how do we do this? How do we do that? And it's like, all you need to do is move.
How am I going to get over the river, man?
All you need to do is move.
Don't you know he parts Red Seas? You're worrying about how to get over the river?
Right. He just said, just go.
Oh, look.
Just go. I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly what he told him. It's like, go to Canaan. Go to Canaan. He didn't give you he's not going to give you some specific roadmap. It's like, but you have to move. He rarely gives full details. Like, rarely. Like, if you've read, you know
If
this.
you read anything, you know he doesn't give you details.
He gives directions.
He gives commands.
And that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
You got to have those things. You
Go
got to
to
be
the
able to,
store
like, hey,
and get some milk,
and come back.
get some eggs, get some bread, and come back.
That's it.
At no time did I say it'll be okay if you want to stop off at the mall.
I mean, that's such a good analogy, because like, if we go into the grocery store, man, it's like I go in there, I'm like,
Look,
for me,
boom, boom, boom.
I got a list, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting this, this, and this, and then you see this, and it's like, oh man, they got to sell.
They got to sell.
Distraction.
Detour. I wasn't even supposed to be in this aisle.
Right.
I wasn't even supposed to be in this part of the store.
But that's what it is, man. Don't get stuck in Haran. Don't do
get
it.
stuck in it.
Don't do it, y'all.
I loved it.
Feel good about it, man.
Yes, sir. Till next time.
This is your co-host here, Braxton Matson, and Lee and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we did making it, but we couldn't do it without you. So please hit that like button, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Let us know what topic or subject that you would like us to talk about in your journey from mediocre to magnificent. But most of all, share it. Be the ripple effect of magnificence, and know that you are magnificent in everything you do. Till next time.